but washing hands frequently with warm, soapy water and social distancing is more important now than ever. And I can't think of a better way of social distancing than astrophotography. Alone in the garden at night, there's no one around. But I do have all the stars up in the skies to look at and to share with you. How about a helmet and a trio? No, not the Kingston trio, a trio in Leo. Who knows the Kingston trio? By the way, if you hear a lot of pounding and so forth, my neighbor is getting a new roof put on, a well-deserved new roof at that, and they're doing a good job over there. Looks like they're going to do it all in one day. A quick update on the garden. The corn is already on the way up. I just planted it 7 days ago. Already the seeds have germinated and are popping their little heads out of the ground. And how about the potatoes and the Brussels sprouts? They're doing very well. As you can see, they continue to grow at almost an exponential rate right now. And some of the potatoes are even showing flower buds developing on them. And the tomatoes and the peppers, well, yeah, they're doing just fine as well. We've been having some very fine weather here in the southeast. Temperatures have been in the 80s all of last week, and it cooled off into the 60s yesterday, but back into the 70s today, and it looks like it'll be in the upper 80s by the end of this week, and maybe the sky will clear off by Wednesday night as well. Now, earlier in the week, I pointed the Celestron 11-inch toward the star Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, not to be confused with the planet Venus, but which is a planet, not a star, but Sirius is the brightest star in the sky. And up to the upper left of there is a nebula that's very faint, I found out, and it's called Thors Helmet. All right, this is the program that I've been using a lot. I like it a lot, the SharpCap Pro. And at the moment, the camera I have connected is the Altair 294 one-shot color, the ProTech, and it's running at USB 2 speed because I'm on an extender, 50 meters. And anyway, it works for deep space. That's fine. And I have the settings for 2x2 using it with this telescope, the Celestron 11-inch. Set it, of course, RAW 14. You have your options here. You can go RGB. RAW 14 is perfect for this. Fits files, certainly, got to have that. And I have it set at 300-second exposures, or 5 minutes. But what I would like to do when I'm capturing in the SharpCap Pro, it's good. I like the way it works. However, I would prefer if I was able to dither while I was in capturing. You can't do that at the present moment. They tell me it's on the way in future software upgrades, but at the moment you still can't. And but you can. If you go into LiveStack, you can do dithering there. And once you have it set up, you go into the guiding, and you set the guiding right here, automatically dither. And so you just click on that. But here you have to select the number of seconds before the dither begins. And I found out while I was doing this, it seemed like when it was starting to dither at the 300-second mark, it would start capturing without stopping and waiting for the dithering. So every other frame, since I had it at 300-second frame, every other frame I lost because it was dithering while I was trying to shoot the image. I set it to 1200, and that helped a little bit, but I was still losing a lot of frames. As it was dithering, it was still capturing. It'd be nice, instead of using seconds here, they would have it set to, you know, in between frames, like after every third frame or something like that, like it has in Nina. Like every other frame or every third frame, go ahead and dither then. And that works fine. Also, if you're going to dither using SharpCap Pro, you want to save the file. So you go over here and click on this little guy here called Save Individual Files. And that'll save each file. So you know you actually are getting a pretty good bang for your buck right here, because you're saving your files, and at the same time you can view the individual frames or you can view the stack that it's performing, a live stack right there. Then you can save that as well. But SharpCap, I love this program. However, I would like to have the dithering part in the actual capture portion of the program right here. That's my wish list. That's something I would do. Well, one thing I found out, this emission nebula is very, very faint. This is one of the raw pictures. This is a 5-minute exposure, and you can barely see the outline of the gases that form the helmet of Thor's helmet, caused by this little bright star over here. This emission nebula, as dim as it is, will start showing up after you start stacking, and these are several pictures here stacked together. Now, the emission nebula itself is about 12,000 to 15,000 light years from Earth. In the sky, it is just to the upper left of Sirius, the brightest star in the sky in the constellation Canis Major, the big dog, one of Orion the Hunter's dogs. The bright yellow star to the right is known as WR7. And the gases that form the helmet itself are the results of this star expelling its outer layers into the area and producing this nebulosity that you see right here. Now, the star itself is about 1.4 times bigger than our sun, but it is about 280,000 times brighter. The star is rapidly consuming its fuel and is about to go supernova, similar to Betelgeuse. The other night wasn't all that bad either. I pointed the scope more toward the east to the constellation of Leo. Leo in the sky is just full of wonders. Besides the star Regulus, of course, it has many galaxies within the boundaries of that constellation, the Lion. Besides the famous triplet in Leo, or the trio in Leo, M65, 66, and NGC 3628, there is another triplet of galaxies, which two of them are part of the Leo 1 group of galaxies. These three are sometimes known as a dual and a ghost. The little spiral galaxy to the lower left, 3389, appears as a ghost to the two larger and brighter galaxies. Now, these are elliptical galaxies, M105, which is also new general catalog 3379, and we also have new catalog 3384. All these are part of the Leo galaxy group. The two brighter ones are about 32 to 36 million light years away from Earth. And the smaller ghost galaxy, NGC 3389, this one right here, yeah, about 70 million light years away. The trio in Leo consists of three galaxies, Messier 65, the lower center, Messier 66, the middle left, and NGC, our new general catalog, 3628, also known as the Hamburger Galaxy. That's in the upper right. These are all large spiral galaxies and are found in the vicinity of Leo the Lion. These galaxies are about 35 million light years from us. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on another episode of Heavenly Backyard. See you then.